And now, the continuation of last week's episode.
Fuck you, PlayStation. They make me so fucking mad, dude. I hate console wars.
I know.
Fucking hate it.
Speaking of that, I watched a documentary on console wars on Amazon the other day. No joke, dude. This shit was so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's literally, I think it's called Console Wars. It's legit the name of the show. But it was so damn good. And I had so much nostalgia because they showed like videos of kids opening up the Nintendo.
Oh my
on
god.
Christmas morning.
Yeah,
I
remember.
Oh my god,
dude,
I remember that.
Do you remember that viral video of the kid opening up the N64 where he's like flipping the fuck out? I feel like there might be two of them, but
I think we all did that.
Yeah, dude, when I got my first N64, it was I will never forget this fucking day. It was Christmas, and I was like maybe 9 or 10, one of the two. Because I remember my sister being there. It was like one of the first years of celebrating Christmas with my mom in Maryland. So my aunt from Hawaii sent us a gift, like from Hawaii, and one of those gifts for me was an N64. It was the N64 pack with Star Fox and the Rumble pack. Dude, I fucking flipped my lid, dude. I was like, oh my god. Like, it was nuts. Yeah. I couldn't believe it that I got an N64 and I got to play Star Fox. It was the fucking greatest.
Yeah.
I love that game, dude.
I remember every console that I've ever gotten, and it was always on Christmas that I opened them. Because I remember when I got my first Nintendo, because I was born in '83, so
old.
Late '80s is when I finally got one. Because I think it came out in '88, '89.
I don't remember.
Definitely the '80s.
I think the first console I ever owned was a Super Nintendo, but I don't remember getting it. I just remember having it.
I remember opening it up and losing my mind. And then I remember years later, I repackaged it and wrapped it up and gave it to my sister as a gift. And then she gave it back to me years later.
That's fucked up, man. I did hand it down to my sister, though.
The year then the Sega Genesis came out, I remember opening that on Christmas morning. We lived in Dallastown. I can picture everything. Like, I got Crossfire that year. And I got the Sega Crossfire. Remember the Crossfire game?
Yeah, I remember Crossfire.
I think Rock'em Sock'em Robots then.
See, when I was a kid, I mostly stuck with Nintendo. My cousins were the ones that got, like, the other stuff. So, like, Segas and stuff like that. So, like, Mortal Kombat, like, I couldn't have. Because, obviously, Nintendo didn't support it. Because, rated M and all that bullshit. So, when my cousins got it for the Sega, oh, man. I went over to their houses all the fucking time just to play fucking Mortal Kombat.
Dude, I remember I got that, and then years down the road, we were living in Texas, and the Sega Channel came out. And do you remember the Sega Channel?
No.
Oh my god, dude, this was the coolest thing. So you paid like $50, right? And I don't know if it was a monthly thing, if it was a one-time thing, but they had commercials on TV about it. So it was a huge cartridge that went into the top of the Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
You plug that in, and then it plugs into a power. I think you just plug it into the wall. I don't know if it's based off the internet or not. I don't really remember. But it had all of the Sega Genesis games on it. Like, it was just a huge catalog of Sega Genesis games. And you could just
Was this on the Sega Genesis? Or was this on the Dreamcast?
No, this was the Genesis. Because it was called the Sega Channel.
It had to have been, like, cartridge thing.
There's
no way you could have...
It was a cartridge piece.
Yeah.
And then a huge fucking contraption that the cartridge went into the top of the Genesis.
Oh, it was like a Game Shark.
Yes.
Okay.
But it had all the Sega Genesis games on it.
Okay.
You paid like $50 for it. And
yeah.
I don't know if it was monthly or not. My parents did it. And I remember losing my mind. I was so excited about it. And we lived in Texas at the time. And I remember it was like a week after Christmas, I was running around with my buddy Vince. Hey Vince, I know you listen. We were running around, right?
Yeah.
We were like skaters, Yeah. And we skated our way to this pool.
Like skateboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got our way to this swimming pool that was like in the development we lived in. And the pool was like, it was all dilapidated. They never really used it. And we climbed the fence and we got in. And our dumbass selves were like, oh, we're just going to get in here and mess around. Well, we went in there. We went into this one office. And there was like all these old records. So we just started throwing them around.
Oh, what a fucking asshole.
Busted them.
Yeah.
Then we went to leave. And I climbed up over the fence to get out. And when I climbed up over and jumped down, there was a cop car sitting there. And he was going like this, like telling me to come over. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, well,
scared little white boy over here.
Oh, you would have been fine.
So then, he pats me down. He pulls my, because at the time I was that little wigger kid. I had my pants down and my, hanging off, and I had my hat on backwards. That little phase that some of us white boys go through. So,
don't I know it?
So then we go through that. Then like 6 cops pull up. Like we were like preteens, maybe teens. And they take our wallets and asking us where we live, and they frisked us. And
They took your wallets?
yeah, they took my wallet and everything, and laid it out on the hood of the car. They had my hands on the car, and they were patting me down. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we're just dicking around here.
Well,
So then I'm thinking, I'm thinking I'm the smart one of this group.
yeah.
So they put me in the back of the cop car, and I'm telling this cop, and my friends went in different cop cars. I'm telling this cop, can you please just drop me off at the bottom of the street of where I live? I'll just drive up. I'll just walk home. I'll tell them what happened. And the cop tells me, you need to promise me that you're going to tell them what happened. Sure.
Yeah, okay.
So I went home thinking, oh, well, maybe my friends will do the same thing,
Yeah.
Nope. An hour after I'm home, my buddy Vince's mom calls my mom and says, hey, did you get an unsuspected visitor at your house?
Yeah.
No?
Cops.
Yeah. And then I was surprised. My parents didn't, because I was telling the cop. This is why I was telling the story. I was telling the cop, like, please, I just got a second gen assist. They're going to take my second gen assist. That's what I was worried about. I was like, just went in and vandalized this pool. Like, but they didn't take the second gen assist. They didn't really do anything. They just told me, did you learn your lesson? And I said, yep. And I never was in the back of a cop car ever again.
Oh, so they scared you straight. Yeah. Little freaking suburban boy who's dressing like an urban boy who's on a skateboard because he's so fucking rebellious.
Yep. And all I could do was an ollie.
See, my skate phase wasn't skateboarding because like I just couldn't. I didn't have the patience to learn the skateboard, and to me it felt like it was more difficult. So I did inline skating. I did the aggressive inline. So like. We had that. I used to do like grinds on like curbs and stuff that we used to have the fucking the wax bar. Mm-hmm. So we'd go around on these surfaces and just scrub the wax on it. So this way we could do these fucking grinds on it and shit. Like it was, and we had a PVC pipe that we had nailed to like a big board almost. So this way we could practice our grinds on that. We were so cool, and I played a lot of street hockey too because my friends at the time were into hockey.
Yeah, we did a lot of that too. Now that I think about it, because I remember playing out front of the house in the street.
Dude, I remember this one time,
and then you do the whole game on, game off
yeah.
thing with a car.
Yeah. Car. Yeah, I remember this one time.
So different now, right?
Oh yeah.
Now
dude.
we're like, you don't leave the yard.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like they don't do that. Like when my kid goes outside to play, like they bullshit and they do stuff, but they're not playing like fucking sports or tag or anything like
pretending
that.
Either.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was younger, I used to play like. I mean, I guess today it's I'll probably get canceled for this, but we played cops and robbers.
Why would
we
you
played
get canceled
cowboys and Indians.
There's legit cops
I
that
know.
chase robbers.
It gets twisted into this huge racist thing, and it's not racist. It's just cowboys and Indians. They were real. They existed.
I would, if you're playing cops and robbers and like you were, emulating, not only a robber but a specific robber of a race. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Then I'd be like,
I guess I was more leaning towards the cowboys and Indians.
Cowboys, yeah, okay. But I mean, that's a historical piece.
If anyone gets twisted into this whole thing, just like the Washington Redskins,
dude,
I would be team forever.
I would be more upset if you played Spaniards and Aztecs because the Spaniards just went into Aztecs and just raped and pillaged everybody.
Yeah,
because that's legit what they did. I would be upset about that. But Cowboys and Indians.
Yeah, and then I mean, we would grab sticks and pretend they're swords and sword fight.
Yep, used to do that too.
And nowadays, like, they don't do that.
No.
Or if they do, like, the other day, Ollie was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretending he was a zombie. Mm-hmm. No, he was pretending he was not a zombie, he was a survivor. And he was playing with the other kids. And he had said, I stabbed you in the head. Mm-hmm. You can't be going anymore. You're dead. And I was like, oh, cool, I used to do that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And Lauren was like, nah, that's not okay. And I said, what do you mean it's not okay? Like, he's pretending. And she said, yeah, but did you see the face on the other kids? And I said, no. And she said they were like a little off by it. Like they were just concerned about it. Well, the kids that he's playing with is his cousins, and they're brought up different.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as open as I am about most things in life. So it's unfortunate because I was like, he's pretending. Let him be creative.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I did, and he's not going to. And she said, well, she made a valid point. She said, well, what if he goes to school and then he talks like that while he's pretending? The teachers, they're going to call me. Or they're going to call children's services about
Well, I think they're gonna call you and notify you about it, but I don't think it shouldn't be like.
It just feels like this whole world.
I think it's
has gotten so soft.
Look, it's just you have to put it in a different perspective. Either you want an 8-year-old saying that now, or do you want him to be 16 and saying it?
Yeah.
Pick or choose.
Yeah.
Like, which one would you raise the flag on? I would raise a flag
16.
on a 16-year-old who should know better and be like, not walking around pretending, shooting people in the face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? An 8-year-old, they kind of ride the line because they don't really know. They're still kind of innocent.
Yeah.
And it sucks because like they grow up in a world where they're still innocent, but they're exposed to so much. It's so early, like a lot with internet, like YouTube, like even some of the shit that slips through the cracks, like because it's tough for parents nowadays. It's super tough to kind of keep up with everything because it's literally the internet has there's no dam to kind of funnel through, and you can kind of try to do it. But there's always leaks. There's always a way to fucking get through. Because even like the YouTube filters and stuff like that, there's ways for fucking shit to slip through.
Yeah.
I remember when Liam was watching on YouTube Kids, because I think it was like maybe like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. So he was 6 at the time, or 5. But he was on YouTube Kids. That was all he was allowed to watch, and he was watching like back to back Frozen videos. Mm-hmm. And eventually he stumbled upon a Frozen video where the 2 sisters were lesbians and were doing lesbian things on YouTube Kids.
Wait, like sexual things, or like they were just
talking about it? They didn't show it, but they were talking about, being lesbians and what they would do to each other and stuff like that. So obviously not appropriate to be on YouTube Kids, but again, like I said,
whether they're lesbians or not, people, look, it's just not appropriate for your 7-year-old to be learning about sex.
And I know some people are like, oh, they should know that, but I feel like they shouldn't. Like, they shouldn't have to worry about that. Like, if they ask about it because they're genuinely curious, I feel like I'm more comfortable.
Ollie has asked about babies before, and I don't give him any go around. I tell him, you came from my balls.
Well, I wouldn't be that brunt about it.
I mean, I'm honest with him. I don't do the whole, like, it seems like maybe the last generation and even some of the parents in this generation are very.
The stork would come down and drop you. Yeah.
Not only that, but like just naming a body part. Mm-hmm. Like, this is your penis, not your wee-wee.
PP.
Or your pee-pee, or your hoo-ha, or whatever you want to call it.
That's
a vagina, that's a penis.
Nope.
That's what they're called.
We give them pet names. Liam calls it a ting-ting.
Oh, no.
As per Joe Coy, thank you so much. But yeah, his PP is a ting-ting.
So you do it too?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I do the pet names.
Why?
I don't know. Because it's just... I think it's cute. That's why I do it. Because when he says it, I think it's cute. I mean, for me, like when a under 10-year-old's like, look at my penis, and I'm like, I just get generally sad. I'm just like, oh man. But if they go, look at my ting ting, I'm like, it's funny.
Oh my god.
Well, we still call, as an adult male, like I don't call breasts. I call them boobies, booby loobies, or titties.
Yeah.
Or tig old bitties. Little pet names, just to kind of make it fun. Just breasts.
Breastises.
It's not sexy.
It's like it's like a chicken
penis
breast.
is not.
You eat chicken breasts.
I know this is an old hat, but like just like you're fucking. You're just like, oh yeah, you like my penis. Does my penis feel good in your vagina?
That's not how we talk when we have sex.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when you talk dirty, you don't say like the correct vernacular. I'd be off put if someone was like, "Oh yeah, your penis feels so good.
Yeah,
with
but
the
your 7-year-old isn't gonna walk around and say,
No,
"Oh
I'm not-
yeah, look at my penis." It feels
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, as adults, we still, we still call it other things. We use fucking cock.
Cock. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
cock.
Oh, yeah, your fucking hard ass cock.
Let me go take another pill. I'll be
Dude,
right back.
my wife's gonna have such a fucking feel because she says, like, we're such bros on this because we talk about, like, penises and dicks and stuff. Like, well, because, look, what else is there to fucking talk about?
Yeah.
Like, I mean shit happened in the world. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, what the fuck happened in the world? I don't know. Joe Biden's doing things. That's all I know. Oh, lumber. It's hard to find lumber nowadays because the markup. Because,
Well, you can
economics,
find it, but you
guys.
gotta pay out your rear end for it.
Because that's what you get when you tax the fuck out of imports and exports, bro. China's like, oh, you want to tax us for lumber? Well, then we're just going to bump up the prices then. And it's not like we're running out of wood. It's just we got to charge you a lot for it. Shipping and handling is an extra $20, buddy. And everyone's just like, oh, man, now I can't build that shed. Oh, man. Because of COVID, I can't do other things and take pictures of it on my social media and show people that I'm better than them. If you're on lockdown and you're not building things, what even are you?
Oh my.
Are you even a person? Dude, that made me so mad when we were locked down last year and everyone's like doing things and I'm just sitting on my ass. I'm just sitting on my ass. I'm like, oh man, they redid their floors. They painted a room. They made another room. They added an addition to their house. I'm like, oh, that is so cool. What am I gonna do today? DoorDash. I'm gonna order stuff on DoorDash.
Don't you have all that flooring?
Speaking of, yeah, we finally did Liam's room. So we finally.
You mean redid Liam's room?
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently when we did it wrong.
Did it wrong.
So we had to redo his room into the correct patterns. And then not only that, we built his bed. So like now his bed is like a loft almost. So like he can climb up to the top bunk and underneath there is like a open space. And there's like a drawer and another drawer and then there's like another open space where we're going to put like a TV in and his Xbox. So like he's got a cool ass bed now. Because before he was just sleeping on the floor. It was a mattress. It's just I was lazy and didn't want to. I put it off so far because I hate doing the floors. I hate doing anything. I hate it.
I hate doing floors like that. That plank flooring. That's I fucking hate it now.
Well, my boss.
After I did it with you.
Yeah.
I said to Lauren, I said, I know you want new flooring, but we're not getting that shit.
It's. I think my buddy called it. I think it was vinyl. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
it's vinyl
well,
flooring.
There's vinyl flooring and then there's sheet vinyl too.
Yes.
Which is what I saw in our bathroom, sheet vinyl. It's just
that's what
a big sheet.
That's what my buddy said. He said that he had sheet and it was just easy because they're like these little slats. You literally just lay it out. And you just boop, 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 boop.
Oh, that's different than what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. Because what I'm thinking of is sheet vinyl, which is just on a roll like carpet.
Yeah.
And then you
That's
just
what I'm talking about.
unroll it, cut it to the size of your room,
Yep.
lay it in, and just lay it on the floor, cut it into the... What I do is lay it down, and then I cut with a knife along the wall, get rid of the scrap, and then put your trim down.
That's
You
what
know,
my...
your trim down,
yeah.
and hold the floor down.
That's what my buddy was talking about. But I told him, like, no, we have these giant planks of wood.
Oh, yeah, you have the planks. That's what I mean. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. That's why he was like...
I told Lauren, I said, look, I'm never doing it, ever, again.
Unless if I can unroll,
Or,
like, roll it up.
If you want that, pay somebody to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Because it's not like the idea of doing it is not hard. It's just
There's a lot
there's
of
so much
unknowns.
cuts
In
that you
closets, you get to a closet or a
get.
corner. Door
Corners. Yep.
Yeah, like, they're all nightmares.
And like with Liam's room,
Especially if you don't have the right tools. Because that's what I run into when I'm doing a project. It's like, oh, And then I'll tell my father-in-law, and he'll be like, "Oh, well, that's easy."
Yeah.
Right. It's easy because
Yeah,
you have
see,
all
I
these
hate-
fucking tools.
See, yeah, because I had the same fucking conversation with my boss. He was like, "Oh, that's easy," and I'm like, "You can go fucking do it then for me. Like, if it's fucking that easy, then just fucking do it."
Yeah.
But like, I hated it because my son's room had that in-ground vent that we had to cut a hole for.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did we had to cut a hole through it, so we had to take 2 planks and then kind of cockney measured it to fucking with a jigsaw to fucking make the hole. And then he had
I think I
another.
broke my jigsaw. Then I've never fixed it since.
Oh,
like
did
that.
you?
Yeah, it was because it was one of the drill ones.
Well, we had to buy our own jig.
Yeah.
We bought our own jig and we bought our own circular saw.
Yeah.
So like, and then we had to make a fucking cut for the fucking pop-up vent that just was randomly there. Like, there's 2 places where the pop-up vent is. One is in Liam's room, and the other one is just randomly in the hallway when you get up to the top of the steps. It's just there on the right.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck? Why is it there? It doesn't do anything. So we had to cut around that and fucking try to figure out how to make fucking cuts of wood to fit inside the little tiny pieces around the vent. It was awful. So now, the only thing we got to do now for those 2 rooms are just nail down the trim. And the trim that we got,
I thought you had like stacks upon stacks of this floor.
the trim that we got was
everywhere.
too thin. It's too small. We need bigger trim.
So you got
Yeah, so we need bigger quarter rounds
yeah.
to do the things.
Yeah.
But once we get the
If
bigger
you wanna
quarter
borrow,
round,
I don't know why I'm doing this in the podcast, but I have
nail gun.
a compressor with a nail gun.
Yes.
If you want to borrow.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
make life a lot easier.
Fucking walking around there on my
It's
knees.
another one of those things that like I came across because I was doing a project and I'm like, I'm tired of fucking doing this. I need an easier way.
Yeah.
And I went to Lowe's and I saw a compressor with like a nail gun, a stapler, and a finishing nailer, and I was like, $100? Fuck it, here, take it.
I will gladly hit you
Yeah.
up for that because that would totally make life so much easier when we're doing that stuff.
Yeah, just let me know when you're gonna do it and I'll drop it off. Whatever.
I don't fucking know. Probably be next year.
Were you putting it through your whole house, weren't you? Because
No.
I thought I remember seeing like stacks upon stacks of it in your basement, like I don't know, whenever you got it, like a year or 2 ago.
We are doing the steps leading up to the upstairs.
With that?
That little landing. No, we're not going to do trim on that. I don't think so, anyway. And then I think we're just tearing up the carpet, and then we're just going to paint over the steps. We're not going to put planks on it, obviously. So, but we need to do that little landing at the top of the steps, and then our room. Those are the only 2 rooms that we have left to do for the planks and quarter rounds. And then we have to get transitions as well, because the transitions that we used to have aren't big enough. So the space in between, like the rooms, like there's a bigger space, so we just need a bigger transition. But that's about, and then that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I know it doesn't sound a lot on paper, but I fucking hated it so much. When we did his room, it took all day.
Yeah.
'Cause-
That's one thing. Like when people ask me for help, I try not to say, "Oh, that's easy," because it might come easy to me because I've done it or whatever. Maybe I just have a mechanical, I can just know how something works. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know. The only thing I consider easy is changing my oil. That's it.
Yeah,
I can change the oil on both cars within an hour because I've just done it so many times. I can just knock it out.
I can change oil. I can change brakes, tires.
See, I can't do brakes.
I can even do some of the stuff under the hood with YouTube.
Yeah, I know. My last boss was like, "Oh yeah, you could do that. You can learn everything on YouTube," because he literally fucking took out his engine in his BMW and like redid his engine just from watching YouTube. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
It's free school, dude.
I know,
I mean,
but
it's not
that's
free. Obviously, you have to pay for internet. But I mean,
right.
It's.
Right.
I mean, it's cheaper than school.
Well, that's how I learned
You
how
won't
to.
be in debt for life.
When I had the second van, I had to change out the radiator in it because the radiator was
I've done that
leaking.
before, yeah.
I learned how to do that on YouTube.
Yep.
Was just changing out the radiator. It was a pain in the ass to do, but I did it.
Yeah.
It just sucks that we got rid of it because it something else happened to us. Something else was wrong, and we were just like, I was just like, fuck it, I'm out. I don't want to do it anymore. It had something to do with like a wiring, like an electrical wiring issue.
Oh, I remember that because I came over to try to help. And
Yeah, because like when my old job, there was like groundhogs everywhere, and I think they got in under it and chewed through the wire or something like that. I can't remember what
I
they
don't know if a
did.
groundhog would do it, but definitely mice or rats would do
Yeah,
that.
one of the
for
two.
Squirrels are definitely assholes too. They might do it.
It might have been a squirrel. I don't know.
Assholes.
It was one of the two, but I was just like done because I felt like I kept doing things to try to, keep it going, and it's not like it was like broken down or anything. It's just like these little fucking things just get piling up, and I'm just like, fuck it, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm out. So
Yeah, I get that. So now that I got you on air live, do you think you'll go on a little camping trip with me? We'll go
no,
out into the woods.
no.
What if I make a deal? What if I do something that you enjoy doing that's I don't enjoy doing? That's uncomfortable. For
I
me?
don't do anything.
There's got to be something.
Maybe play Call of Duty because I know you don't like fucking first-person shooters.
Sure.
Competitive first-person shooters. I mean, I try to get him to fucking play this all the fucking time, and he just bitches. He's just like, I don't want to try to win.
That's not at all how I sound.
That's exactly how you sound to me.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, I don't identify as that.
I don't give a fuck. In my head, that's what you fucking are, dude. And if you look at the video, like, our faces
So
are so red, dude.
Oh, I know. I'm fucking so
I'm
burnt.
so fucking burnt, dude.
My back is fried.
Dude, my wife and daughter are lobsters. They're walking lobsters, dude.
My wife's the same way. She wore suntan lotion.
Yeah, they did too.
And she had this new bathing suit. It's got all these like crisscrosses.
Lines?
And I told her that we got in the shower and I said, "Babe, you have all these white lines
Yeah.
everywhere."
Yeah. Wife has that too. It's so funny. I'm like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I burn, but it's not that bad. Like,
Yeah, I'm burnt, and I got burnt yesterday. Today I'm burned. Tomorrow, I bet I'll be all but tan.
Tomorrow, yeah, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'll be alright.
For whatever reason, it just flips real quick for me.
It's that Puerto Rican, that's why.
Yeah, must be.
It's that Rican in you.
Rican.
But last thing before we go, breaking news though.
Do I know about this news?
Probably not, because it just happened like an hour ago or 2 hours ago. Julio Jones got traded to the Titans.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You want to hear what?
Isn't he old?
You want to hear what the Atlanta Falcons got out of it?
What?
A 2nd-round pick this year, and like a 4th-round pick next year. Or no, was it a 4th-round pick? I don't know. Either a 4th or a 6th-round pick. It's either way.
Is that bad? I have no idea. I don't understand the draft stuff.
Look, Julio Jones. I know he's like in
He's
his
old, isn't he?
Not really.
Isn't he in his 30s? Because he played for Dallas.
No, he only played for the Atlanta
No,
Falcons.
Julio Jones. Who am I thinking?
You're thinking of Des Bryant.
No, there's a Jones that was a running back. That's what I'm thinking about.
Maurice Jones-Drew? No, not
No,
Maurice Jones-Drew.
no. I swore it was Julio, but maybe it's
No.
not. Julia? Maybe it was Julius?
Julius Jones?
No, Julia. There was a running back that played for the Cowboys with the last name of Jones. That's why I was thinking it was the Cowboys.
DeMarco Murray?
Nope, it was a Jones.
I don't know, but it's not the same Jones.
Yeah,
Julio
it doesn't
Jones
matter.
played for the Atlanta Falcons.
He's a receiver, isn't
Yes.
he? Yeah.
One of the most elite receivers in the league. He was injured last year, like in and out.
So who did he just go to?
The Titans. The Ravens' new rival.
Why did he leave?
I'm pretty sure. I think they just. I think the organization just didn't want him anymore because of his cap hit. He was gonna. I think he was in the upcoming year. I think he was gonna take close to $30 million in cap hit. I think.
Jesus.
I think.
So much money.
So they feel like they already have a good core of young receivers now. So they were trying to move him and get rid of him before that cap hit. Which is fine, but I feel like they got nothing for him, and they gave him to a team that I've slowly grown to hate.
Why do you hate the Titans?
Oh, okay. We're going to go down this rabbit hole? All right. Listen, when the Ravens went to the Super Bowl the first year, we had to go through the Tennessee Titans, and there was a lot of trash talking between the two teams, which is fine because Raylos talks a lot of shit. He's been known to do that, so that's fine. So there's a little bit of animosity there because we did knock them out of the playoffs then and won the Super Bowl when they had Eddie George, who was really good. So I get why they're kind of mad at us. But this is the new age now. This is 2020s. So the year that Lamar Jackson had his MVP run, we got knocked out of the first round by the Titans at home. We got our asses kicked. And I will admit it. We did not do well. Lamar did not play well. But it is also not all Lamar's fault. Because we were best known for running in that league, and we didn't run the ball the whole first half.
Team does.
I don't know why. It makes
I
no
don't
fucking
understand.
sense.
I would rather see. I would rather see running and low scoring.
Yeah.
Than I would these fucking
Well, that's
throwing
what
everywhere.
That's what I thought we were gonna do. I thought we were gonna play blue collar football, which is what we're good at, because the Ravens always have two things: a good run game and a good defense. Yeah. Always. This is the only time ever where we actually have a good quarterback. Like, yes, I know Joe Flacco. That's debatable. Like, he did take us to the Super Bowl, but I feel like it was more Anquan Bolden than Joe Flacco. And our defense. Like, he did throw the ball, but, you know, he was kind of careless with it during the regular season. But anyway, I digress. Different topic. So anyway, onward. So they got all fucking uppity on that when they knocked us out in the first round. So they were like, yeah, we told you guys we were going to fucking go in there and fucking knock them out. We're the Cinderella story. And I was like, all right, cool. Every dog has its day. Good game. We'll catch you on the flip side because we face them again next year. So this last year, COVID year, we faced them. Lamar Jackson just got back from COVID quarantine, and like half the team was still gone. So like we had Lamar, but half the team was gone from COVID. Right. So before the game started, the whole Ravens team is in their locker room. The only ones that are on the field are like staff and coaching. So like the coaching staff and our head coach is out there. So the Tennessee Titans come out before the game starts, and they started acting a fool on our logo when the team isn't even there. So they're there, yipping and yapping, celebrating to nobody, disrespecting our logo. You can't do that. So you know who fucking got in their face? Our head coach. Our short, white head coach. Got in their fucking face, told them, hey, fuckers, get off our field. You can't be fucking dancing our logo like that. And they're all like, yeah. Remember last year when we knocked you out?
They got cocky.
So, they did beat us in that game, but barely. But again, half our team was wrecked with COVID, and Lamar just got back from COVID. So, that's fine. They got that win, but barely. And it was only because of Derrick Henry popped off in the second half.
So the short end of this is you don't like them because they're assholes.
No. There's one more caveat, because we faced them again last year in the playoffs, and it was at their house, and we were the wild card, and we went in there and we fucking beat them, dude. And you know what my quarterback did, dude? He fucking took the defense out on the fucking logo in the fourth quarter, and they all sat on it and danced on it and did the things, and everyone's all fucking upset, and I'm like, get your just desserts. So when the last play ended and we knew we won, my quarterback took the team and just left. He pulled the fucking Detroit Pistons. He's just like, you gonna disrespect us? Hey, good game, but fuck off. We gone. We going on to the next game. So that's why I hate the Titans. And then like even now in the offseason, before they got Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, one of the receivers, was talking all this shit about Lamar, dude. He's like, oh yeah, Lamar Jackson's only a good running back. That whole fucking same old, what everyone fucking says. Seem to forget that Lamar Jackson led the league in passing touchdowns when he won the MVP. Mm-hmm. I remember that. Lamar remembers that, and so does the rest of the league. But sure, he's a good running back. I rest my case.
So now that we did all that,
Fuck the Titans. You fucking bitches. I hope you guys get to the playoffs again. I hope you do. And I hope you go against us and we're going to beat the fuck out of you. Come at us again with that same energy. I think we face them again next year during the regular season. So, got that marked on my fucking calendar. Dude, I'm so excited for football to happen, dude.
yeah, I'm looking forward to some football too. Especially if the Cowboys get their shit together for once in their
God, that
lives.
division is so fucking trash.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to have to cut it because I
Yeah.
know your lady's about to leave.
Yeah.
So, thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll post up videos and audios as soon as we can. Like I said, this is a late stream due to the weekend, so we'll try to.
I know it's not as exciting this time.
I thought it was exciting.
I'm
We talked about.
I'm a little tired.
Oh yeah,
A little morose.
Kevin's a little tuckered out from the fair.
We got a bit too much sun.
His belly's full of that cotton candy, and he got tired on the little.
Purple punch.
He got a little tired on the little carnival ride.
Look, for all you other smokers out there, get yourself some purple punch. That strain is delicious.
I hold my opinion.
You do that.
Anyway, thanks again, guys. We'll catch you guys in a couple weeks. So
guys.
follow our social media and watch all our videos that we put up on YouTube and Fruit Labs. And we are
You
on.
still do Tickety Talk?
Yeah. Well, we try. We try to keep up on TikTok. There's just a lot of platforms to fucking do.
Oh,
But we're on like every major podcasting platform, so I'm
I saw that. That's
super
exciting.
happy
As
about
soon as I
that.
saw we went on Apple, I was like, oh, we made it!
Yep, we're on Apple, so rate and review us if you could. And yeah, we're still on Google. We're still on Spotify. So
Yep.
catch you later, guys. Thank you.
Later, guys. And guys.
Fuck you.